Here we have the BECE 2023, June 2023 Mathematics Paper 2. We are going to start with the paper 2. In this video, we'll solve all the questions from question number 1 to question number 6. Then in another video, we'll look at the paper 1 questions. So we'll be solving these paper 2 questions in this video. Let's get started. Question 1. It says, given the sets A equal multiples of 3 less than 12, B equal integers between 4 and 8, and C equal the set 4, 5, 7. Find A intersection B, I, A union B intersection C, I, A intersection B union C. So let's tackle this part first, the A part. So let's list the elements of set A, multiples of 3 less than 12. So set A, multiples of 3 less than 12. So multiples of 3, we have 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 6, 3, 3, 9, 3, 4, 12. But they say it should be less than 12. So we will end at 9. Then we have B, integers between 4 and 8. So integers between 4 and 8. B, between, so 4 is not included. So the next integer after 4 is 5. The next integer after 5 is 6. Then the next one is 7. Then the next one is 8. But 8 is not part because it says between. Integers between. Then for the set C, we already have it, which is 4, 5, 7. The I part says that we should find A intersection B. A intersection B element is common to set A and B. So set A elements common are these. So we have only one element that is common to set A and set B. Then I, we have to find A union B intersection C. So A union B intersection C will be equal to elements in A union B that are common to element in C. So first, let's list the element in A union B. So element in A combined with element in B. So that will give us, we have 3, so write 3. We have 5, so we write 5. We have 6, so we write 6. Write just one of them. Then the next one we have 7, so we have, and the next one is 9. So that is A union B. Intersection C. So C we have 4, 5, 7. So when you look at it, the elements that are common are 5, 7. That is common. So A union B intersection C will be 5, 7. Then the I. It says that we should find A intersection B union C. So A intersection B union C. Elements in A intersection B or C or both. So A intersection B, we found it to be 6. So union element in C, which is 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7. So the union will be equal to 4 from the list. So 4, the next is 5, the next is 6, the net is 7. So that is element in A intersection B union C. Now let's look at the B part of the question. We have one whole number 3 over 4 minus 2 whole number 5 over 6 minus 1 whole number 9 over 10 plus 4 whole number 7 over 8. So let's convert these to improper fractions. 1 times 4 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So 7 over 4 minus 2 times 6 is 12 plus 5 is 17 over 6. Then we have 1 times 10 is 10 plus 9, 19. So 19 over 10. Then 4 times 8 is 32 plus 7 is 39 over 8. So let's find the LCM of 4, which is 2 times 2 squared. Then 6, which is 2 times 3. Then we have 10, which is 2 times 5. Then we have 8, which is 2 exponent 3. So the LCM will be equal to the highest of the 2's is 2 exponent 3. Then the highest of the 3 is 3. And the highest of the 5 is 5. So that will give us 8 times 15, which is 120. So that is the LCM. The LCM is 120. So if you get the LCM to be 120, now the next thing you're going to do is 4 will go into 120 how many times? 30. So 30 times 7 is 210. Minus 6 will go into 120 how many times? That will go 20 times. Then 20 times 17. It is the same as 2 times 17 times 10. 2 times 17 is 34. So that will be 340. Then 10 will go into 120 how many times? 12. 12 times 19. So for you to do 12 times 19, it is same as 12 times 20. 12 times 20 minus 1. That will be very quick for you. 12 times 20 is 240. Then 12 times 1 is minus 12. So 240 minus 12 is 228. You can also use the other approach. You get the same result. Then let's look at the last one. 8 will go into 120 how many times? So when the 8 comes, it cancels this. We are left with 3 times 5, which is 15. So 8 will go into 120 15 times. So now we multiply 15 by 39. So 39 by 15. It is same as 15 times 40 minus 1, because 39 is 40 minus 1. 15 times 40 is like 4 times 15, which is 60. So 15 times 40 is 600 minus 15 times 1 is. So 600 minus 15 should give you 585. So that is a quicker way of doing multiplication. If you like, you can do the normal one. You get the same result. So now let's subtract 210. So first of all, add a 210 and a 585. So 210, it's like my color is not nice. Change it. 210 plus 585. So 210, so we have 5, then we have 9, we have 7 here. Now we subtract 340, so then it's 340 minus 228. 228. Forgive me, I'm writing inside. So minus. So let's go. We have 5 minus 8, not possible. So you borrow 1. So when we borrow 1 from 9, we are left with 8 here. So we are now having 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7. Then we are left with 8 here now. 8 minus 4 is 4. Then minus 2 is 2. Then we are finally 7 minus 3 is 4 minus 2 is 2. So we are going to get 227 over 120. And we know this will go inside one whole number. The 120 minus 227 minus 120 is 107. One whole number, 107 over 120. So the A part says we should simplify 15 into 4 minus 6 times 49 divided by 7. So bottom mass, bracket first, 15, then 4 minus 6 is negative 2 times 49 divided by 7. 15 times negative 2 is negative 30 times 49. Now you change the division to multiplication and reciprocate the 7 over 1 to get 1 over 7. 7 goes into 49 7 times. So we are left with negative 30 times 7. Negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. So negative 30 times 7 will be negative 210. Now let's look at the B part. We are to expand B into 12A minus 3 minus A minus B into 3 plus B. So this will be equal to B times this will give you 12AB. B times this will give us negative 3B. Then minus A times 3 is 3A. Then A times B is plus AB. This times this is minus 3B. This times this is minus B squared. So let's expand. We have 12AB minus 3B minus 3A minus AB plus 3B plus B squared. So let's regroup the terms. We'll get 12AB minus AB, then minus 3B plus 3B, then we have minus 3A plus B squared. So 12AB minus AB is 11AB, then minus 3B plus B. This is my 3B minus B, which is 0. We have minus 3A plus B squared. 2C. Akosia walked for 3 hours at the rate of 1.5 kilometers per hour from her village to Paamu to take a bus to Kwemu. If the bus traveling at 15.5 kilometers per hour takes 2 hours to travel from Paamu to Kwemu, what is the distance from Akosia's village to Kwemu? How long will it take a man riding a bicycle at 5 kilometers per hour to travel from Akosia's village to Kwemu? So let's say that this is Akosia's village. Akosia's village is here, and you travel 3 hours at a rate of 1.5. So 3 hours at a rate of 1.5 kilometers per hour. So to Kwemu, so let's say Kwemu is here, Paamu is here. Now at Paamu, we took bus that is traveling for 15 kilometers per hour, 15.5 kilometers per hour, and it took 2 hours to travel from Paamu to Kwemu. So Kwemu is here. So we need to find a distance from A to P. And if every hour it covers 1.5 kilometers, then in 3 hours it will cover the distance from A to P. distance from A to P. Mostly when you see this sign, it means distance. So A to P is given by 3 times 1.5 kilometers. So this is kilometers per hour. So this will be same as 3 times 1, 2, 3 over 2, which is 9 over 2, or 4.5 kilometers. Then when we come to this distance, from distance P to Q, we will have it is traveling 15 kilometers, 15.5 kilometers per hour. So the distance, each hour it covers 15.5 kilometers. So in 2 hours, it will cover 2 times 15.5. And that will give us 2 times 15 times 2 is 30, 31 over 2. So this will cancel this, which is 31 kilometers. Therefore, the distance from Akosua village to Kwimu will be 4.5. So Akosua village to Kwimu AQ will be 4.5 plus 31, which is equal to 35.5 kilometers. Now we are to the I said that we should. He said, how long will it take a man riding a bicycle at 5 kilometers per hour to travel from Akosua village to Kwimu? So the man will take 35.5 divided by 5 hours to reach there. So 35.5 is the same as 35 times 2 is 70 plus 1 is 71 over 2 divided by 5, which is the same as 71 over 2 times 1 over 5. So this will give you 71 over 10, which is the same as 7.1 hours. So the 3 AI part, AI, it says that we have to express 8 times 32 times 4 times 2 in the form 2 exponent n. So we write all to have base 2. So 8 is the same as 2 exponent 3. Then 32 is the same as 2 exponent 5. Then 4 is the same as 2 exponent 2. And 2 is the same as 2 exponent 1. So this is the same as write down one base and add the exponents. So 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1. So 2 exponent 11. Therefore, m is equal to, compare 2 exponent m to 2 exponent 11. Since the bases are the same, m is equal to 11. Then the b, so the I part, so that is the I. Then the bi said that we were asked to factorize the expression pi n squared k minus 1 over 4 pi n squared q. So this, we have pi n squared, so we factor it out. So we have k minus q over 4, or 1 over 4q. So the next thing we are going to do now is to substitute the values. So bii It said when n equal 2, pi equal 22/7, then we have pi n squared into bracket k minus q over 4 will now be equal to 22/7 times n squared, which is 2 squared, into bracket k, which is 19, minus q, which is 20/4. So we have 22/7 times 4 into bracket 19 minus 5. So this will give us 22/7 times 4 times 14. 7 going to 14, how many times? That will be 2 times. So we have 8 times 22. So 8 times 22, that will give us 82. That will be 16. So 6 carry 1. 8 2 16, 176. So that will be equal to 176. A C part. Gifty and Justina shared an amount of 418 cedis. If Gifty had 20% more than Justina, how much did Justina receive? So the amount they are supposed to share is GHC 418. Now let's say that Justina had X cedis. Then we're told that Gifty will have 20% more than what she has. So Gifty will now get, so they are all in Ghana cedis. Gifty will get Ghana cedis X, then plus 20% of it. So 20% of X. So if we add the two amount that they receive, we should get 418. So we have X plus X plus 20% of X is equal to 418. So 20% is the same as 2/10 or 1/5. So this is the same as X plus, so this is the same as 2X plus 1/5 X equal 418. So let's multiply through by 5. So we get 10X plus X is equal to 418 times 5. So this will give us 11X is equal to 418 times 5. So dividing both sides by 11, we will have 418 times 5/11. This will cancel this. Now let's quickly do some small division here. I have 418. I want to divide it by 11. So 11 will go into 41 3 times. 11 3 33. So I'm going to be left with 8. So bring the 8 down. 11 goes into 88 8 times. So we are going to get 38. 11 goes into 418 38 times. So it means X is equal to 38 times 5. Now 38 times 5. So 5 3 8. So 5 8 40 0 carry 4. 5 3 15 plus 4 190. So X is equal to 190. Therefore, Justina had 190 cedis. you're still not hard. Ghana cedis 190. Question number 4a. It says if 4m minus 2 into bracket, so 4a. So if 4m minus 2 into bracket 3 plus 2m plus m into 2m plus 4 is equal to 0. Find the values of m. So first let's expand this and this. So 4m will maintain this one minus 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2m is minus 4m. Don't forget the negative. Then we have m times 2m, so plus 2m squared, and m times positive 4, so we have plus 4m is equal to 0. So now let's group like terms. So we are going to get something like this. 2m squared, we have 4m, this one, then we have minus 4m, then we have this one plus 4m, then we have this one minus 6 is equal to 0. So 4m minus 4m will be 0, so we are left with 2m squared plus 4m minus 6 is equal to 0. Let's divide through by 2, so by 2, by 2, by 2, we'll get m squared plus 2m minus 3 is equal to 0. So here you look for two factors of negative 3. So negative 3, we have the factors. So we have negative 1 and 3. We have also 3, negative 1. So if you look at this, which of them that when we add we'll get 2? It is this one. 3 plus negative 1 will be 2. So we are going to use it to split the 2m to get m squared. You split the middle term. So we get m squared plus 3m minus, so plus minus m minus 1m minus 3 is equal to 0. So let's factor. If you consider this one, we have m, which is common to them. We have m plus 3. Then if we take this one, we have negative 1, that is common to them. We have m plus 3. So we have either m plus 3 and m minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have m plus 3 is equal to 0, or m minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, m is either equal to 1 or negative 3. The B part of question number 4, it says, at a political rally, there were 240 women, 200 men, 160 boys, and 120 girls. Draw a pie chart to illustrate the information. What percentage of people at the rally were females? So let's see. We can quickly use this to organize our data. So those are the party. We have men, 240 of them. Then we have women, 200. Then boys, 160. Girls, 120. And the total is 720 when you add all of them. So we are now going to calculate the angle of each sector of the pie chart. So we take each of them over the total, so 240 over 270 times 360. But you should quickly spot that 360 will go into 270 two times. So 240 over 2 will give you 120 degrees. So it means all of them, you're going to divide them by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2. So 200 by 2 is 100. 160 by 2 is 80. Then 120 by 2 is 60 degrees, as in this case. So now we take our protractor and compass. So with your compass, draw a complete circle. After drawing the complete circle, make sure you get a radius. Then measure the first angle, which is 120 degrees. Then now use this as your new baseline and draw the 100 degrees. Continue in that order until you finish drawing everything. So your pie chart should now be looking like this. So the angles indicated as shown. Now the BII says that what percentage of the people at the rally were females. So percentage of females, BII, percentage of females. Females are both the women and the girls. So percentage of females will be total number of females, which is 240 plus 240 women plus 120 girls, over the total number of people at the rally times 100%. So 240 plus 120 is 360 over 720 times 100%. So 360 going to 722 times 2 going to 150. So we have the percentage of females to be 50%. So we have the fifth question here. Madam Essie used 1/4 and 2/3 of her acres of land to cultivate mangoes and oranges respectively. So we have BECE 2023 Mathematics paper 2. We have question number 5 here. We have Madam Essie used 1/4 and 2/3 of her acres of land to cultivate mangoes and oranges. Expressed in terms of x, the number of acres of the land she used to cultivate mangoes, oranges. If Madam Essie used 20 more acres of land to cultivate oranges than mangoes, find the value of x. How many acres of land was used to cultivate mangoes? Calculate correct to the nearest whole number the percentage of the land that was not used. So let's begin with the first one. So the first one, AI. The number of acres of land she used to cultivate mangoes is equal to 1/4 of x acres. So 1/4 x acres. Then the number of acres of land she used to cultivate oranges, AII, oranges, is equal to 2/3 of x acres. And now we said if Madam Essie used 20 more acres of land to cultivate oranges than mangoes. So oranges, you have to add 20 more acres to mangoes in order to be equal to acres used for oranges. So we have 2/3 x, which is for oranges, is equal to mangoes, which is 1/4x plus 20. Now we have to multiply through by the LCM, which is 12. So 12 times 2/3x is equal to 12 times 1/4x plus 12 times 20. So this will go here 4 times, this will go here 3 times. So we have 4 times 2x, which is 8x, is equal to 3x plus 240. So 8x minus 3x is 5x. 5x is equal to 240. If I was by 5, so s equal for 5 will go into 24. How many times? If 5 will go into 200, that will be 40 times, and 5 will go into 48 times, so it is 48. X equal 48. So 48 acres of land. 48 acres. And now so that is the B part that we just answered. B. Now the C part. So how many acres of land was used to cultivate mangoes? So mangoes will be equal to 1/4 of x, which is 48 acres. So 1/4 of 48 acres is 12 acres. So 12 acres were used for cultivation of mangoes. It said calculate correct to the nearest whole number the percentage of the land that was not used. So far we've seen that mangoes was 12 acres. Then that of orange will be 2/3 of 48. So 3 will go into 48. How many times? 16 times. So 2 times 60 is 32. So 12 plus 32. So remaining acres will be 48 minus this. The remaining acres of land. So that will be equal to 48 minus 44, which is 4. So the percentage of land that was not used, percentage not used, will be equal to 4 over the total, which is 48 times 100%. And this should give us 4 will go here, 12 will go here. So 100 over 12, or 8 whole number, 1/3%. To the nearest whole number, that will be 8%. So 8 whole number 1/3 is the same as 8.333, which is the same as 8%. Was not used. So here we have question number 6 on transformation. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to 2 units on both axes, draw on a graph sheet 2 perpendicular axes, OX and OY, for the interval -10 to 10, -10 to 10 on both axes. So let's do that. We draw our axis, the X and the Y axis. So we now indicate the scale 2 centimeters to 2 units on both axes. Then the next thing we do is to draw on the same graph sheet. We have to draw a quadrilateral ABCD with vertices A at 2, 4. So A is at 2, 4 here. Then B is at 2, 8. So 2 on the x-axis and 8 on the y-axis. They'll meet here. Then we have C 8, 8. So A will be here, B will be here, C will be 8, 8 is here. Then so you can do something like this. Fine, no problem. Then the final one is D 8, 4. 8, 4 is somewhere here. So we have D, we have A here, we have B here. So we are supposed to draw a quadrilateral. So we have to connect them. So remember to label your axis. So we have to connect the vertices to form this quadrilateral that they want us to draw. Now the second one, the BII, says the image of A1, B1, C1, D1 under a translation by vector -5, -2. So -5, -2. So A will map onto A1. So A is having coordinate 2, 4. Now if you apply the translation, then A prime A1 will have 2 plus -5. Then we have 4 plus -2. So A1 will now have coordinate -3, 2. Then B, which is having coordinates 2, 8. 2, 8. We'll map onto B1, which is 2 plus -5, then 8 plus -2. So that will be having -3, 6. And C with coordinates 8, 8 will now map onto 8 plus -5, then 8 plus -2. So that will be 3, 6. And finally D 8, 4 will map onto 8 plus -5, 4 plus -5, which is having coordinate 3, 1. So we plot this point. A1 is -3, 2, which is here. Then we have B1, so A1 is here. Then B1 is at -3, 6. Then we have C1 at 3, 6. 3, 6. So 3, 6 will be here. So that will be C1. And we have D, which is 3, 1. 3, 1 is here. So D1. So we connect the points as well. So we are done with the I. Then we have the I, the image A2, B2, C2, D2 of ABCD under reflection in the line y-axis where A maps onto A2. So A maps onto A2, A2 4 maps onto A2, reflection the y-axis. So we negate the x coordinate. So we become negative 2, 4. So that negative 2, 4 will be here. So that is A2. Then B mouse onto B is 2, 8. It moves onto B2, which is negative 2, 8. So B2, negative 2, 8 will be here. B2. Then C2 will map onto negative 8. C 8, 8 maps onto C2, which is negative 8, 8. So negative 8, 8. Negative 8, 8 will be here. That is C2. And finally D2 will be negative 8, 4, which is here. D2. So we connect them and we have this. Now we're told that what type of quadrilateral is ABCD. So ABCD is a rectangle. Rectangle. So CI, rectangle. Find the gradient of line segment A to B1. So gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So A2 is having coordinate negative 2, 4. So this is x1, y1. Then B1 is having coordinate negative 3, so x2, y2. So 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 over negative 3 minus negative 2. So that will be equal to 2 over negative 1, which is equal to negative 2. End of paper. So thank you so much for joining us. Come back for the paper 1. We'll be solving it and uploading it on this channel as soon as possible.